Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today? We are here at the MD Anderson Cancer Hospital where my wife is actually doing, I believe this is her 11th chemotherapy. Her, I think is her seventh Taxol treatment. And we're here. We're still going strong, fighting, battling this cancer, trying to get it over with. We got approximately 5 more treatments, y'all, and we're gonna be ringing that bell. Y'all gonna see her ring that bell. Are you happy?
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you. She's looking over here at all her documents and her blood platelets, her white blood count, making sure that everything is up to par. She is feeling good. Tell me, what's going on?
I don't know. I feel good. I just feel good all in general.
Really? Okay. Okay. I'm glad you do, boo. Everybody, I'm over here showing her moral support. Just here for her. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, she's happy. She's happy I'm always here. Um, tell everybody what's going on.
I'm just here getting my treatment. Of course, it's my 11th treatment total because the whole both courses of chemo totals up to be 16 treatments. So I am on my 11th treatment total, but I am not on number 7 of Taxol. So so far so good. Of course, I feel some of the side effects a little bit after the treatment. My fingernails are still kind of looking bruised, almost like I hit myself with hammers. Both of my hands are like that. Let me see my thumb. See my thumb?
Oh yeah,
They're still
a little dark on
yeah,
the tip.
and my toes are kind of like that too.
Okay.
My muscles hurt. My knees. I'm having a little bit of muscle pain. My knees are hurting, but overall in health, I feel good.
You want to tell everybody about?
Um, my hair is got a little fuzz. I don't know if I said that in my last Taxol video, but I have a little fuzz, and now it's starting to get a little. It's like that
Mm.
space all over, but it's like that short. If you can see it, it's really short.
Mm-hmm.
It was white, now it's starting to turn a little bit. It was not. It was like a fuzz look, like almost like peach fuzz, but it's starting to turn a little dark black.
Okay.
Um,
You want to tell everybody? Have you been experiencing some hot flashes or whatnot? And you want to tell
I don't want
everybody
to talk
that's going
about
through
it. I
this?
don't want to talk about it. You do experience those things because it messes with the woman's
Hormones.
hormones. So yeah. But anywho, we're off of that. We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
But do I like it? No, I don't. But anyways, I was looking at my numbers for my blood today because I have to get blood drawn every time before I have chemo done, so they can know if my numbers are high enough to give me chemo. Because if certain numbers that they really need to pay attention to, if they're low, they would have to postpone it because I can't do the treatment because chemo already drops your levels, and so
Your immune system.
your levels in your immune system, and so it would make my numbers go even lower, and it wouldn't be good for me. It would it would not be good for me. It was pretty much keep me. My body would resist to fight to a certain extent, but
But they're really good here, though,
yeah,
regardless,
they're
because
good.
they keep track of all that, prior to doing the treatment. Like last time when we came, guys, just FYI, we came in on a Tuesday because normally her treatments were on Tuesdays. And the doctor looked at the platelet levels, the white blood cells, and whatnot. And when they looked at that, they said, "Oh, yeah, we're not going to do it today because your white blood cells are a little low, so now we're gonna go ahead and wait a little bit until Thursday, and so they changed all her appointments to Thursdays now. So her chemotherapies are Thursdays now, every Thursday of every week, until she's finished. Hopefully, we don't have to go through any other issues as far as her having to change her appointment or whatnot.
Yeah, so now I think I have. They told me I have at least until like the beginning of June for my treatments to be completed as far as the chemotherapy go. I was hoping to be done with chemo before.
I got a feeling it might be the middle of June. Oh, you know, yeah.
My birthday is at the end of this month, May, at the end of this month.
How old are you going to be?
I'll be 42. I'm not ashamed to say. Yeah,
No,
I actually I think I look pretty good for 42.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good, but yeah, my first course of videos, y'all, I know I was like sometimes in draggy moods or sad. Sometimes it's because my body was going through and I was having like I was actually on an emotional roller coaster, but
closer we get through this,
the more I come through it, the more trust me, I've learned more things about life in general, what's important, what's not important. And I learned more about my own self, my spiritual journey. It's a beautiful thing, and I was already on that journey before I even got diagnosed. So, but that just put more it kind of
more focus on it.
It's I don't want to say that something like this brought more, but sometimes some things bring about a reality.
A reality check.
Yeah, it brings about reality, and it just put more things into perspective of my life journey, of what's important, what's not important, what's real, what's not real, and make me look more within myself instead of looking for things outside of self. Rather, too many people look for things to things on the outside of themselves, whether it be it's too much political or too much religious, or whether it be whatever religion you want to claim, whatever, I don't care what it is, because to me, anything that pertains that's got so much, got you looking into a book all the time, it's a religion,
some kind of ideology.
It's some kind of ideology. But anyways, that's neither here or there. But it just put me more into perspective about things that's more important in life, and to make me come to know and be more comfortable with who I am as a person. Just to love myself, love people, and everything is about balance. Everything is about balance, and and that's why I say I've come to learn what's more of what's important, what's not important. But that's pretty much.
Yeah, and like my wife said, everything is definitely about balance. You can choose to do good, you can choose to do bad. It's the choices that we make in life in order to, create our paths. Every man and woman, creates their own path in life. And like one great man said once, he said, if you're 20 years old, right, and you're looking at life with 20-year-old eyes, and you let 20 years pass by, you're 40 years old, and you're looking at it then with the same way you looked at it when you were 20, you just wasted 20 years of your life.
And with that being said, if that great man is still living the same life, that he's lived, although he spoke those words, and 10 years later, or whether it be 5 or 10 years later, you're still living the same lifestyle, then speaking? Are you really practicing what you speak on?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh yeah, you definitely want to always keep growing. You want to
yeah.
make sure that your spirituality, your self-being, because the skin
It's about
outside is not
looking at
who we are.
everything, all
We're all
perspectives,
entities.
all perspectives of life. Don't hold on to one ideology, because we're everything,
Mm-hmm.
but yet nothing at the same time.
That's right.
So it's better to, look at everything and grow from everything because knowledge can be gained from everywhere.
And
But what
everything.
you do with it is what's important.
That's right.
So,
All right, y'all. So y'all can tell. I know it's not too bright, but yeah, she's starting her pre-meds. This is the time right here, y'all. So today's Thursday, and we're in May. What day is today? Thursday, May 11th, actually. And so, this woman right here, she's she's very strong, and she keeps me uplifted. Even though she's going through this, she uplifts me all the time whenever I feel down, and I'm thankful that her and I are walking through this journey together, and sustaining one another, uplifting one another, and uh, you know, that's how life should be. You should be there for one another. If you really love someone, right? If you really care about someone, uh, you got to be there for them. 100%. And sometimes I know it's difficult because of your jobs and whatnot and things that people do out there. Sometimes they don't get the opportunity to do so. But you got to consider: can you get another job? But can you replace your wife? Can you replace your job? You got to think about that. The way I see it, I can get any job, but I can't replace this wonderful woman here. She's only one. So, with that being said, just keep your mind focused on what's really important in life. You know, I don't know if y'all have heard that saying of, you got a jar, and in that jar, you have golf balls, you have pebbles, you have sand, and you have a couple of beers. If you put the sand in first, you won't have space for the golf balls and the pebbles to fit in, and definitely not for the beers. You put in the big things. What's very important to you? Golf balls represent the love that you have for one another. You know what I mean?
The beer is the extra at the end.
Yep, sure is. So the golf balls, you put them in there, which are the larger things. The pebbles are the little things like bills, car notes, and whatnot. And then the sand is all the extra other little things like going on vacation and little things like that. But then at the end, you add some beer, and you're always gonna think that that jar is always full with the golf balls, but no, you add some pebbles, still not full. You add some sand, it's still not full. Then you add some beer at the end, or some water, whichever one you want to put in there. It goes to show, the intelligence of that person, what he's referring to, what each one of these little items represent. So just a little bit of here and there, my 2 little cents there that I added. But anyway, we're gonna move forward, and we'll see you in a bit.